here. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the day the Lord has made. We are live and direct from the Footy Fantasy Studios. We have a jam-packed lineup today. We have to bring out the big guns today. But before I introduce my guests, you can see on the banner, like, share, subscribe on Twitter, Road to 1.5K, Footy AD Fantasy. On YouTube, Footy Fantasy. Instagram, Fantasy Footy. We post weekly match reactions from like our friend Oga Kwame, his rants. One that came up yesterday. Like, share, follow, subscribe. We have weekly reels we post. We do a regular podcast on weekends. I started a match analysis series that I'm going to keep going. So yes, like, share, subscribe. Now let's introduce our guest, our wonderful guest. I'll start ladies first. Our Liverpool Queen, 7-Up trophy. The best.
Hey,
team,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
best team assembled, but they're in Europa League. You know.
Who said we were the best team assembled?
They call themselves the King of Europe, but King of Europa League now. That's what they're trying to dominate Europa League. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking that Eurostar flight to Romania.
As long as Sevilla's not there, I feel so confident.
Freaking
Obviously, no one can beat Sevilla. I'm excited to face Union Berlin and Kazakhstan and all those people.
I think Union Berlin is actually in Champions League.
Let's go.
I think Union Berlin is actually in Champions League, by the way. So you're not gonna be playing them.
Oh,
You're gonna be playing Angie Makachkala from Russia. That's what you're gonna be.
Wi-Fi.
I can't wait to play Angie Makatakala. I'll learn how to say it. Europa, let's go.
Next on the panel, the captain of Toe to Toe FC. You know, while other people were lifting trophies, they were measuring toes. You know, they went toe to toe with City. Samuel, my man, thanks for coming on, Sam.
You're welcome, bro.
We're
Good
glad
to be here again. Yep, I'm ready to go. Bring it on.
It's been months.
They went toe to toe, but their legs were cut off like Oscar Pistorius.
Bro, you felt that yesterday as well, didn't you? You felt that yesterday as well, bro.
Nah.
Yes,
bro, you underestimate me, bro.
You probably still saw as well, yeah?
The firewood is still outside. The firewood is still outside. I'm still cooking, bro.
Bro, you ain't cooking nothing, bro.
Okay, next on the panel. What can I call this thing?
Oh boy.
Just call him Ashwaju. Just call him Ashwaju.
Volleyball FC.
Bala Blue. Buluba
FC.
Bala Blue FC.
I said something okay. I just looked at my shot. Oh God.
The team who wins the transfer window every season.
You know, some money no be problem. That's my team. Money no be problem.
And my fellow United comrade, the only team that can show you a trophy this season. That's why my headline: show me your trophy, guys. I can't
see y'all armpits.
Put your medals on the table.
I can't see y'all armpits.
Hey, we won like the Community Shield or some shit. That's about the same as the Carabao Cup.
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah. I can't agree with that as well. Yeah. I do.
No, you know what? Linger, we can transfer your trophies from last season. So you also get to do this. We'll just let you do that. But those two, nah, you might not like this, bro. You might not like this.
Okay. Let's dive right into the topics. We have a lot of topics.
I'm so happy Arsenal and Chelsea are so bad because we've been getting roasted, but like, woo, the heat has been off Liverpool because of Arsenal and Chelsea.
Oh, absolutely.
Very grateful to you, London club, for being terrible.
Chelsea are not even getting roasted. Like, the level at which we should be dragged.
Well, we didn't give up on that's
Arsenal messed up, and all of us were like, wow.
Yeah, I think Arsenal took that off you guys, man. Arsenal just took that.
I don't know if you guys saw this. Can y'all see?
Oh yeah.
Someone with an umbrella or something?
Oh no, that's VAR.
That's VAR checking if Chelsea is still a football club.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh wow.
American
Oh,
football
wow.
at least. Like,
Okay, let's dive right into it. I will let Linger. We'll let you talk about the greatest team assembled, Liverpool, on a scale of A to F.
what is this greatest team assembled? I'm
Hey,
confused.
that's what I'm just repeating what Liverpool.
That's what
fans
Jimmy
say.
Carragher said.
That's what they tell me on Twitter. And Jimmy yes, exactly. Carragher said it.
Jimmy
Greatest
Carragher
team
be out here like spitting at people. Like, I'm not being held to Jimmy Carragher's standard, please. So Liverpool,
on a scale of A to F. How do you
C,
rate your
C plus, C plus. I think for me, we oscillated a lot. Like, of course, we had huge victories, and like our ending phase of the season, we just like went on a run where I was like, okay, I know this team again. But so much of the season was also an F, so I think a C plus is like generally middle ground. Like, I think after some of our shocking performances, we're pretty lucky to be in Europa, and it's still a gigantic step down given our last like 5 or 6 years. So, I mean, literally the second the season ended, I was like, that's it. I'm not going to think about it ever again. And then you made me come do this podcast. But the second this podcast is over, the season is gone. Apart from roasting Arsenal, I'm not going to remember anything else. Roasting Arsenal, 7-up. That's it. But yeah, C plus. Not very good. Not the worst. I've seen us worse, but not very good.
Anybody else agree or disagree with C plus and wants to upgrade or degrade that?
I think I'll degrade that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a D. They should get a D for being Liverpool, right? Yeah. Now, naturally, right before the season started, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be between Liverpool and Man City, 110%." You know what I mean? So for the fact that you guys actually didn't make top 4, that's a D for me personally. Because you should be up there. So that's C plus. It's like you're trying.
What can I say to someone who won the Premier League, who's on top of the table for so long? Like, I can't even come back to that. You're a champion, so like, what can I say? It's hard.
I love it.
They say you are roasting Arsenal? Question mark. That's an Arsenal fan. Henry's an Arsenal fan.
Big up, Henry.
Everyone's roasting. Do you look in the group?
Exactly.
Oh, Henry's not
Arsenal. Like.
Okay. Anybody else agree? C minus. It's a D.
I agree with the D. Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with C minus. I think. Henry says you give your team a C plus, but you're decent Arsenal.
Can you imagine that, bro? The only team right here, the only team allowed to diss Arsenal.
Mutually exclusive about those two things.
It's just two teams, right? Man City and Man United. That's it. Liverpool, Chelsea, guys, you just keep quiet here. Just forget about it. Don't even try. Because you've got no point. You've got no leg stand on. That's what I'm saying. United, you can understand they won the trophy,
taking
right?
That to my grave.
Nah, United, right? They won the trophy. Man City, they won the league. So yeah, they've got a bit upper hand, bro. But Liverpool, nah, don't even say nothing about it because you're meant to be up there. You're not even up there at all. So what are you on about then? What are you trying to say?
Okay, Samuel, since you're going on,
worse than bottling. We'll see.
Only man. Okay, Samuel, what's the great for Arsenal? The great Arsenal. The total champions, the winter champions, December champions.
Honestly, I think I'll give my team a B plus.
Okay.
And the reason why I'll give Arsenal a B plus, right? Because even before the league started, right? Personally, I thought we should be probably the 4th or 5th in the league. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't thinking of we actually going toe-to-toe with Man City at all. I was thinking, okay, maybe, maximum top 4, the 4th place or 5th place or whatever. But the fact that they actually fought, right, and we clinched top 4, with games to spare.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's something we I haven't seen in a long time with Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that we actually, played a lot of teams, right, that usually we draw points with them. I'm talking about Tottenham, do you know what I mean? Away, we've not been them. We won home and away, 6 points. Crystal Palace same as well. Things like that, right? Yeah, you look at them, you're thinking, okay, Liverpool. I can't remember last time I went to Liverpool, right? I actually took the lead twice, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I talked 2-0 up. Stuff like that. You look at them thinking, you know what? Yeah, I'll give them, personally, I mean, I've been an A if Arsenal had won, maybe let's say the FA Cup or probably the Carabao Cup, then obviously it came second.
Or the Europa League or something like that.
Europa League as well, yeah, that one as well. But obviously, because we didn't win no trophy, I think I'll give Arsenal B+, honestly, personally. Okay. That's my own, that's my thing anyway, yeah.
Anybody agree or disagree? upgrade or degrade the score?
I think that seems fair. I think for me, A-. So I'm a high school teacher, so I go up and down between grades a lot.
Yeah.
I think an A- really for like the level of achievement that's such a surprise, almost like in the same way that Liverpool's done so badly, Arsenal's done so well.
Yeah.
But I mean, you did bottle the league. I also feel like I can't tell. I'm curious as to what you guys think. I think part of that is just that externally, all these other good teams were terrible. So like Arsenal was good, but also as a context where like Chelsea are disaster, Liverpool are pretty bad. Like, so it's almost like I can't tell if I should bump you up for that or just it happened to your benefit. So I think a B+ seems fair.
I would say B. You know, of course, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but yeah, sure, they did really well in the league. Nobody put Arsenal in that position at the beginning of the season or at the end of last season. I put them to finish out of the top 4. I put them at number 5 or 6.
There you go.
So, but just because they did not go far in the other competitions, they didn't go far in the FA Cup. They did not go far in the Carabao Cup. They did not go far in the Europa League. So I'll just knock that plus out and just give it a straight B.
Fair enough.
For me, funny enough, I agree with Linger's initial. I think A- is fair, and I'll say this: I know people I trust now, but that's trolling, man. We are here for banter.
Absolutely,
trolling and analysis and talk from analytical mind. I think that Arsenal team, based on resources they had, pushed City that close. And I think what we always try to forget is the way they did it. Arsenal played very well.
They did.
Yeah.
With kids
pushed City like this and played very well is Liverpool. This is the only as the only person that's going to show this. They played very well, like good football, entertaining football. Arsenal were breaking down teams. Like they played very well throughout the season. You have to give them credit for that, especially when you see the resources they had in comparison to the rest of the team. So for me to get an A- in my personal.
And also as well, let me just chip in a little bit, right? Also as well, people keep forgetting, right, that this league, right, was actually interesting because Arsenal actually pushed it a little bit. Because if City would just keep on going and nobody was to City, do you know what I mean? So
it would have been a one-horse race.
Literally, yeah. So I mean, like more boring as well. Do you know what I mean? But Arsenal actually made the league more interesting as well because nobody saw that coming from Arsenal. Not even myself. I'm very sure. Not even any Arsenal can say, "Oh yeah, I saw it coming." Nah, nobody saw it coming. So quite interesting. So personally, I'll give them a B+. That's it for me anyway. Yeah.
Let me take comments. And Henry says only Man City and Man U can say fem. Anyone else should sit down and hold that L respectfully. Henry gives Arsenal a B. Okay, that's fair. I don't know about the plus, but a B.
B for botched. B for bottled. Fair.
Hey, it's a B for Butlers FC.
That's all right. That's fine. Yeah,
that's your brother, right?
That's my brother.
That's Oga Kwame's brother.
Yeah.
When you consider expectations,
Chelsea to repeat the class.
That's how they finished.
No.
Linger, do you want to teach Chelsea the class again next year?
No, man, I can't do it. remedial season, remedial Premier League.
Chelsea's out here taking summer classes.
Chelsea's beyond summer classes. At that moment, Chelsea's academic probation. They need to be discussing serious
They
things.
sent a letter home to the family, like the parents.
Yeah, is everything good at home? Are you okay?
That was Dio's comments, by the way. Great panel today. Here to hear some top-notch banter and great insight and some tears.
Cheers. We know it is.
Let us know if you are commenting on Facebook, put your name beside it because Facebook doesn't show the names, doesn't transfer the names to the app. City A+ if they win the league. I mean, I think they're already A+. By the way.
Already, man.
I think A+ as well.
They won the double already.
City are teaching the class at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Honestly, Arsenal deserves an A-. They support my Dio. That's why I think it's A-, man. You have to look at the resources they had. Oh, we're grading. I agree with United C. Maybe C-. C-. You are there. This is like my professor when I took in Nigeria. My calculus professor was good. Plant design. Terrible professor. I'll never forget it. Terrible. How can you say C-? Wow, this person harsh gone. Golly. You feel that's a club based on the sheer fact.
It's rough. I'm interested to hear what the United fans think. C seems harsh.
Period of full time. Wow. Okay. Advice to withdraw. Chelsea are riding.
Oh, hey.
Yo.
Idris.
Idris.
Don't get distracted. We want you here. What's Chelsea's
game? You're getting cooked, bro.
You're on mute.
I'm just using Star to be taking it and be looking around. You know, the scenery here is very good to get away.
Idris is like, nothing, I'm unavailable.
You can. So for all of us at Chelsea, most of the Chelsea group chats I've been in, WhatsApp chats, it's all about self-wellness, self-love. We're talking about, everybody's just, accepting. So, I mean, are you asking me to grade Chelsea or do I agree?
You guys have Chelsea Anonymous?
Yeah, Chelsea Anonymous. At this point, no, we have gone through all the grief stages. We have gone through it 3 times. So it's not
acceptance, great acceptance now.
Like when people are like, oh, they're in this stage. No, we've gone, came back, gone. Okay, you have to remember we've been having managers. So each manager they put us through the grief settings. So I would say, so if you're asking me to grade, I agree with most of the gradings, actually. I think Arsenal, I'll give them an A-, because I still think that project is way ahead of schedule. This was exactly where Chelsea was. People be overthinking things, and you're not, I feel for Liverpool because Liverpool did not back the coach as much as they should. They lost a lot of players, so there's a huge. I know people be like, "Oh, they bought this guy, they bought that guy." If there's anybody that is in the business, God forgive me, I was about to say human trafficking because we're always in the transfer market buying people for no damn reason. Like that's Chelsea's job. Like if you are here talking about people and personnel buying, I would say like I argue a typical example for Chelsea is N'Golo Kante, right? Everybody's like, sell him, get this money. And I agree. I'm not disputing you don't make money. But when you look at what Liverpool has gone through, right? Even Arsenal, when Arsenal did it for years, Arsenal showed us the template of that. You can get rid of an N'Golo. But then who do you replace the person with? You can spend 25 million here and there, make it look like, oh, you're smart. But if the drop-off is significant, you're going to be a middle table club. And Arsenal suffered it for years. You understand what I'm trying to say? Arsenal suffered it for years. And for them to be able to put the right pieces in the last 2-3 years, Partey was injured. They got Jorginho. Everybody was saying Idris hates Jorginho, but I know Jorginho fits better in that team than he fits in Chelsea. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, however everybody wants to talk about my banter and stuff, he fits better. They'll get the best out of him than we ever got the best out of him.
Absolutely,
That's just the fact. And if you look at, that's why I say I feel bad for Liverpool because they did not fill up the gap, the spaces. They were going for cheap, and they suffered it. It's very glaring now. If they continue like this, they'll be in this bad loop for the next 2-3 years. United bought Casemiro, and Casemiro showed. There's a saying in Yoruba where they will say "Igimuji no sori." You buy Casemiro, and he shows you the massive talent difference between all the crap United has been going through. So when we talk about replacing, going into the transfer market, rating players, and how clubs have performed, honestly, I'm always very careful with that, fitting the right players in the right system and the right quality of player. So if it's rating, I will give Liverpool coach a little more because it could have been worse. Honestly, people are just looking at Liverpool as a big club that they are supposed to do this. I agree. But what they're flirting with could have been worse. Could have been very worse. And with Arsenal, honestly, A- because the project for me is way too ahead of the schedule. Next season, we'll see. They'll be in Champions League now. Injuries will come. They will stress those players.
Absolutely,
So to me, A- is okay for that.
Chelsea's NA, I guess.
What is Chelsea's grade?
Chelsea, we know they rate. We said the child is in probation. You're talking about rating.
Okay, sorry.
When I was in high school,
see me, yeah.
See me.
When I was in high school, our grading system was like A, B, C, D, E, and then U. And U.
Exactly. No one knows about you.
Yeah, U was ungraded. It means you performed so poorly. It is a waste of the teacher's effort to even assign you a grade.
Even grade you,
yeah. So Chelsea
for Nigeria, you at least you have a grade. For Nigeria, they'll just write you need to see me.
Bring your mom with you.
Like we need to see you. Like something is wrong.
And when you even get there with your mom, right, they'll line up local jobs, right? Like
family members, you understand? And that's where
for him, right? It seems school is not his road, man. Just pick one.
I don't know about. I know. I wanted to use Yoruba mothers for example. That's when she's now start crying like, "Ebamio, like look at my child." It's almost as if they produced you. They didn't really birth you. You know that kind of things. Like this thing has to perform.
Yeah.
Oh, you're picking up Idris.
Thing I'm
Wait.
You're breaking up.
Your Wi-Fi is also ungradable, man. Come
Can you hear me?
on,
Sorry.
Chelsea, get it together.
That Wi-Fi was held like a grade.
Please. All that bowling money, 8-year contract for your Wi-Fi. Come on.
Okay, it's back.
Yeah. Sorry, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so I'm literally in the farms, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah, man, like Chelsea's almost a lost cause, but we have enough time to delve into Chelsea, so I will wait.
Okay, no problem. We'll delve into it. Let me take comments. I think
Shield-shaped minute.
Wait, let me start from this. I think Chelsea are riding the small yellow bus to school. Arsenal B, because despite threatening, they still did the Arsenal thing. Yeah, that's fair. Said they had bigger fish to fry. Now focus on shield-shaped Mino.
And City will whoop them again. So what's the point? Chelsea held back.
Back a grade. City A plus the win. Arsenal B.
Z minus. Damn.
Chelsea United C. Chelsea capital F. Benvido. How come United will see Benvido? Stop it. I don't hate United. Stop doing that. Feel bad. The loudest.
Excuse me. I resent that.
Nah, fam. This
guys are rude.
City A, B, Liverpool C, Chelsea F, United B, Newcastle A, Spurs C. Okay. Yeah,
I think the only team that would get lower than Chelsea for me is probably Leicester. Leicester didn't have to go down. I can't believe it, actually. But Chelsea's like the second lowest grade I would give to any team this season.
I agree that City A, this is just a normal season for City. They don't win the Champions League. Liverpool, but
I'm really sad for Leicester because for Leicester it's also legacy. Like, you know, the man passed away, his son. I can't imagine how he feels. Like, because I feel like he trusted the wrong folks. And heads will roll in Leicester. Like, I cannot imagine him feeling like, I trusted you guys. Brendan Rodgers should not be touching.
Yeah, naturally, when teams get relegated, right? I mean, a lot of people lose their job anyway. Do you know what I mean? So because usually, you know, there's a lot of income, right? There's a lot of money that comes in. You play in the Premier League, and once you're out of Premier League, you lose a lot of money as well. So there's a lot of heads that's going to roll anyway, regardless of whatever happens anyway. Yeah. So, but I just personally, I feel like the guy actually failed his father. That's what I think, because you know when they had Rodgers, right, he bought no players for Rodgers, right, and that's not good enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So he's to blame as well for that. So. Yeah,
it's sad though. It's crazy. I feel like I wasn't paying attention the whole season because everyone was about to be relegated, and then I was like, "Oh my god, Leicester, who were champions, is it 7 years ago, are going down."
I called it.
Crazy.
That was crazy. Okay, I remember when I called this.
You did call.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I remember.
Right. Because I was looking at the underlying statistics. I mean, these people are terrible. But But I think they waited too long. Okay, United. Okay, Kwame, what do you rate United?
Okay, so I gave United a passing grade, and I gave United a C. This is why. I know, Ayo, yes, but this is why. Coming into this season, we had targets. Our target was to make top 4 in the league, right? Not to win it, but to make top 4. That was accomplished. Also, because we're United, your target has to be to win the FA Cup. That was not accomplished. Target was to win the Carabao Cup. That was accomplished. Your target was to win the Europa League. That was not accomplished. And to develop a playing style. So the part about developing a playing style, of course, I don't think we have, but you can see that there's a framework. We just need to build the meat around it. Look, United still had a passing grade. Let's not forget that, this team crawled its way to, top 4. Had it not been for, Bournemouth doing a job on Liverpool, we would have taken it to the last day. Away form, I mean, I'm still gonna, address that later on, but away form was not the best. Not as bad as some people make it seem, but it really wasn't the best. And some humiliating defeats that we had throughout the season. So look, the Carabao Cup was the cheapest, of all the tournaments we were involved in. So, yeah, we get to see. There's no reason to, to overhype what we achieved this season. Yes, it's Ten Hag's first season. Yes, he improved a lot of players, but overall, we won the least prestigious trophy. And last season, Liverpool won the Mickey Mouse Cups and we're still shading them. So look, we can troll
the
and
Mickey
stuff,
Mouse double, sir, the double.
The Mickey Mouse double, exactly. We can troll, but in the spirit of fairness, I think we see, and it's a passing grade. It's okay, it's not like a D or anything. So yeah, C.
I think I was not happy with that.
I know. I'll try to be brief. I think the loss of yesterday is still at the back of his mind. I know that. It's at the back of his mind. And because we know City are going to
get too sore, isn't it?
Get trouble. So this is why I disagree. United went from 57 points to 75 points. 57. That's a 70-point jump in one season. Right? I'm going to tell you all the things that we had to navigate. People forget that this is the same season that Cristiano Ronaldo.
I know. We're good.
Cool. Jacuzzi Gate? I'll never forget.
Yeah, it was a different manager, bro. Ten Hag could have been fired. Like if Ten Hag didn't manage that process very well.
I was going to address all that in the
next. I know. Yeah. He didn't manage that process well, and the only way he can manage that process, he was getting results.
Absolutely.
If he was not playing well, Ten Hag would have been thrown under the bus.
Absolutely.
Just like Ragnick was thrown under the bus last season under the same person because of Cristiano. So
but remember, the grade is for the club, not the manager.
No. I'm saying So it's part of everything. He had to navigate all of this in that same season. The last point I want to bring up is 20 BBC sports analysts, right? I remember this. I remember the prediction. Only 2 put United in top 4. Only 2 people, based on how the season started, right? We lost our first 2 games. And immediately the man realized that, okay, I want Frankie. Frankie's unachievable. He had to pivot and get Casemiro, who was available, and immediately had to change and adjust his style. This is not how Ten Hag wants to play. I hope everybody knows that. But he's just playing to the strength of what he has. He has to play counter-attacking football, sit back, and how to make the game close and tight, and score first and keep it tight. So he had to navigate all of these things. I think a B- is fair. Of course, everything you've mentioned, I agree with you. All those bad losses away from home, and you have to remember, that's why I said it, like against City are a way better team than us. All I want was compete and don't get battered. You have to show me you've learned something. We cannot lose 7-0 to our bitter rivals, lose 60 to City, lose 4-0 to Brentford in one season, and you now play another big team at the end of the season, and you don't show me you've learned. You have to show me you've learned from that. And he showed me that, and I was satisfied with that. He kept it tight. City scored. It's City. City demolished Real Madrid, made them look like Bournemouth.
Yeah.
City went to Arsenal's house, clapped them. Oh man, away. They slapped they're a very good team. So for me, I was fine with that. So for me, I think a B- is fair. Those are my thoughts. But we don't have to be, and that's fair. Let's move on. I like this question because I feel like a lot of times people don't think about the whole context of football management. It's like players, manager. They don't think about like everything as a whole. So in what ways did your team fail this season? And what percentage of blame do you, I guess, players, manager, exec? Linger, let's go to you first.
This is tough. I think so. I'll start with just like a little bit of like why Liverpool's been so shit is like a series of different things.
Yeah.
Earlier part of the season, we had a bunch of injuries. Not an excuse, but a reason.
Yeah.
We also just have like everyone is old at the same time. Not old, but like everyone's done 7 years. Everyone talks about Klopp's 7-year curse. And it's not like this mythical thing. It's like literally if you run like Klopp's wants to do for 7 years, it's like if you run marathons for 7 years, like your body just can't do it as much anymore. So I can't tell if I blame the players for that. Some of them have been shit though. Like there've been a lot of games where like Virgil, I try not to single out players, but I think Virgil to me has not like shown the composure sometimes in leading our defenders who are often kind of like headless chickens, and Virgil kind of keeps them like in line. I think our midfield is good, but just too old. Like we can't have games where Henderson is our best midfielder. That's not a good sign because he's just kind of stodgy. So, okay, long story short, players, not that much of the blame, but they have some of it. Manager, again, not that much of a blame. I think he could rotate more. People accuse Klopp of having too much loyalty sometimes to players. I think that's true, but then it's also like, yes, Trent has had a series of bad games, for example. Do you believe that Joe Gomez is like the better choice for Klopp to make in this sort of situation? You know what I mean? Or Reece Williams or our many thousand Liverpool football crash children? So I think our executive leadership would bear the most blame. And we've argued about this before. Yes, it's not that we've spent zero money, poor Liverpool, but we haven't invested the way we should. And, you know, everyone debates whether or not that's what Klopp chose or what the money he's been given is. I think it's the money he's been given. We did spend a lot on Darwin. We did spend quite a lot on Gakpo, but I don't think we've been given enough to strengthen the foundation and the spine of our team with so many of our players getting old. And, you know, I have to mention this, and also with Mane leaving, like, I do think that, like, I think that we should have just given him a contract to match Mo's. I don't think we should have let him leave or go to Bayern. And so I think our executive leadership is like, if I have to put a percentage on it, 50 to 60%, Klopp like 25, players like 15. I don't know. It's hard to stick to that, but I think generally I would blame FSG, and then I would blame Klopp, and then I'd blame the players least, but of course they bear responsibility because they have to go out week in and week out and actually represent the club. I think we got better. I think moving Trent up into the midfield a little bit more definitely changed things. So I'm excited to see that. But if we don't invest, it's like you're saying, Samuel, if we don't invest, or I can't remember, or maybe it was Idris actually, but if we don't invest more strongly in our midfield, then we will get stuck not automatically making top four, which has been our last 5 years. I've never not thought we'd make top four until this season. Yeah. If we don't invest and come back and like find people who can execute what Klopp is trying to do, then we're in for like 5th, 6th, 7th for a few years, and that's the last thing that I want.
Okay.
I think Lingard, can't remember. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I can't remember the last podcast that we talked about Liverpool, and the midfield is a problem, defensively, offensively.
Yeah.
When you have Mane and you had Salah doing inhuman things, and you think that's normal, you really forget how huge the talent level those guys were in terms of, and in sync with Firmino too, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, these guys going to come," but Firmino was doing grunt. Firmino was doing grunt work. We don't.
And Gini,
Chelsea
I'll say Gini leaving, like
Firmino.
That's true.
Exactly. Oh, Gini Wijnaldum, that's another one. So
exactly, he wasn't the best.
The drop off was just
he just helped shit exist, and Thiago's always injured, so like that's no help for us.
Yeah, so you see now the drop off.
You had Arthur Melo though.
Yeah, yes, truly.
Arthur Melo, Ben Davies. Have you guys heard of this?
That is a
Ben Davies, who we signed.
Linga, don't argue.
99%
He's an NFT.
God damn. Rude Ben, man.
Who the hell? Who chose Arthur Melo? Was always injured in like Barcelona. Like, where are you? Arthur Melo, I've seen once in my life.
Linga, that's a comment section comment. Like, you know, when all guy just comes to comment section and stuff, right there. You're the one that just you responded and you're not dragging in a comment section.
Only thing I'd like to say,
I'm triggered.
I want to increase Klopp's percentage, like by 5 to like 30. I'm willing to concede this if you tell me Klopp doesn't. Who is in charge of Liverpool prioritizing transfers? I guess that's the question I always ask Liverpool fans. Is it Klopp or is it the club? Because in my head, it was very obvious that you guys needed midfielders at the beginning of the summer, last summer. It was obvious. It was like more than obvious. All right. So I'm thinking, why did they need to buy Gakpo and Darwin Nunez? I know you have to replace what's his name? Jota. But the way I remember this season, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'll move my United hat off. You might remember this season. Like when Jota was injured and he had Darwin, they were scoring goals, but they were not scoring goals in like the goals that managed to score. When Liverpool are looking for a goal, 0-0, the game breakers. He wasn't doing it. Like Liverpool did.
And Diaz was injured as well. Right. We have so many strikers, but Diaz was injured for a long time too.
The point I'm trying to is when Diaz and Jota came back, that's when Liverpool started doing Liverpool things, right? So Gakpo and Nunez, were scoring goals, but they were not, in my opinion, they were not scoring like crucial goals. I didn't see them do crucial things until the other guys came back. That's what I noticed about Liverpool. So I feel like Klopp should have prioritized midfield ahead of. That's just my opinion. Forward.
I mean, I totally agree. I think that, like, again, I like Darwin and Gakpo. I don't mind the money we spent on them, but if we only have that amount of money, I'd still take Gakpo. I think he's going to be great. He's really shown really impressive things. I like Darwin a lot. For that money, could we have gotten another striker who'd give us maybe as many goals as Darwin and also just a midfielder? Because we're in this place where, like, we keep relying on our kids, and, like, Harvey Elliott is going to be great. Carvalho is going to be great. They're really good now, but, like, when I see, like, who do we have on our bench? Carvalho, Elliott, and Curtis Jones. And I'm like, but they can't even buy alcohol in America. Like, we need, like, someone in their early 20s. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it has to be the midfield. So I think you can increase Klopp's percentage as well. I think that our sporting director has usually made most of those decisions. Okay. And Michael Edwards, our sporting director, was so great and worked closely with Klopp. And then he left. So we've had a little bit more upheaval and, like, people coming in and out more than usual at Liverpool, which I think is, like, filtering down onto the field. But Klopp does have a big say in it. So I think it is definitely, I agree, it's on him as well.
And this is why I'm pulling this up, because I remember during the season, all of a sudden Liverpool fans started blaming Pep Linders. I'm like, what?
Well, that's a silly.
His assistant. Like, what's going on? All of a sudden.
No. Whoa. As we know in society, people need to lash out, and someone seems like an easy target. Like, Pep wrote a book about Liverpool's strategies, and I was like, he shouldn't have written that book. And I'm like, but anyone who has eyes, we're not secretive about what our strategy is. Like, anyone here can tell me 10 words or less how Liverpool plays.
Like it's information, right? It's like all the other teams know what all the other teams are doing. Once you do it once, everybody prepares against it. It's like
we just do it better than people can stop us usually. Correct. That's the thing. It's not a secret.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. It's all like
so no Pep has 0 blame. Melo though, 99%.
This guy. I was like, I've written the book. I'm like, I don't know what the book has to do with doing by playing, but whatever. Okay, let's move on.
I think Melo should donate some of his salary to charity or something. He did nothing. He barely even trained.
Let me take comments, then we'll go to Samuel. For me, with United, the sooner the club is sold, the better. Let me save this for later.
Yeah,
I'll save this for later for United section. Samuel.
Yeah. Personally, I think what we did wrong, or probably how we failed this season, is not winning the trophy. That's what I would say. Not winning the Premier League, just any trophy, like, you know, the Europa League, FA Cup, whatever. Because as a top team, right, you should be able to compete in about 2-3 competitions as a top team. Do you know what I mean? And whilst we're top, up there in the league, right? People were saying, "Oh yeah, Arsenal should drop out of the FA Cup." And nah, I was against all that. I was like, no, this is not good. Because the more you play games, sometimes, right, it helps your rhythm as well as a team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To get into play and all that. City.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happen to see as well. So the more you play games, right, it helps you as well, you know, the rhythm and everything of the team. Absolutely. Now, because we've been knocked out of a lot of competitions, right, like the FA Cup and all that, you know, we couldn't eat those rhythms again. Do you know what I mean? During the games and all that, and we actually lost out. Do you know what I mean? So personally, I think we know winning a trophy this season, right, is where we failed. Not even winning the league or whatever, not winning the trophy. Because if you had won, probably let's say the Europa League, right, we came second, that would have been a superb season for us. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very sure everybody agree with me as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But not winning the trophy, do you know what I mean? With how we played over the season, right? You know, them good football and everything, right? I think it's how we failed this season. And also, I mean, personally, I want to, give any portion of, if Fatita is a fault or anything, but there's some games, game management and all that, some games that I failed personally, and I can actually pick about 2-3 games. I would say, yeah, the subs and all that wasn't really, what I was expecting. Against you guys away, United, he made some subs where I was thinking, man, nah. As soon as he made those subs, right, we just fell out straight away. Because sometimes, right, you need to manage games and just make sure, obviously, your way to a top team as well, like United or Man City, you need to try and just don't go there and think, yeah, you're everything, yeah, you want to control the game. No, you can always pack the bus as well and counter attack. Just get away, just go away, go on back with a point. Do you know what I mean? You know you've got something out there. But I tell you, right, it's just something like going to top teams. I want to control them. I want to take charge and everything. I like that, but sometimes, right, I feel like we're not ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we haven't got that enough bench, for us to be able to go to teams and want to dominate and just, it's like top teams like Man City and all that. Because I watched you guys play Man City yesterday, I was quite impressed because you guys actually, did a lot, but actually, and being able to handle the game properly. Yeah. And that's what I should learn as well. Because sometimes you need to go into games like the Man City game, just try and pack the midfield and make sure that you're not letting them through that midfield and all that. And just if you can get away with it, with a draw, that's beautiful. Do you know what I mean? You're playing a top team. Do you know what I mean? We almost lost as well at Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? We were 2-0 up, bro.
Yeah.
Just tell the boys, listen, don't rush, don't get into any fight with anybody whatsoever. Shaka, there was no need for that.
Don't get into fights.
Yeah, don't get into fights, whatever. Don't rally up the crowd there. Don't do that. Just be calm. Just take it into second half, 2-0, and that's it. Done. Game done. Do you know what I mean? We need to manage games more. So I want to really, because it's done really well. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I wasn't expecting us to even be at the top of the league. Take games into the game, into the season. That's a lot for Arsenal. For me personally to take in, because I've never seen my team perform this good, in a long time. That's why all this banter I'm looking at, I'm just loving it, because there's nothing that will make me feel bad about my team this season. I've had more joy this season, right, than I've had in about over a decade. Do you know what I mean? With Arsenal. So it's quite fun. But then again, I mean, there's some 10 players in our team that I think we need to let them go. And one of them, right, to me, is Rob Holding.
We'll get to that section. Hold on.
Yeah, because I mean, in there you said, players and all that. Yeah, so there's some players, right, that I'll just, I think then obviously the leadership as well. Kroenke, I think Kroenke has done well, to be honest with you, because
I respect that. I respect it. Yeah. Most Arsenal fans know what to write, because I was talking to my friend last week. I'm like, you are talking about Kroenke this season?
Yeah, he's done well. I'm not gonna lie to you, he's done well because I mean, if you look at it, right, we've gone out for players, right, that are quite expensive. Actually, we've gone out to like bid huge money for them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But obviously we didn't get them because of look at them, Bala Blue, Buba Blue, because they are spending they're spending over. Do you know what I mean? What I mean, if a player is worth about 60 million, right? You don't go and bid 100 million to get him. Enzo is not worth 60 million to me. Do you know what I mean? But because obviously
we are Cayman Island of the Premier League.
I think it's money laundry. I think you guys are doing money laundry over there, bro.
Money laundry machine.
There you go. Americans. Anyway, so I mean, so I was saying, right, I'm not gonna blame any, because to be honest, right, everybody's done really well this season when it comes to Arsenal. From the board, right, to the manager himself. He's quite young, you know what I mean? For him to go toe-to-toe with Pep. Come on, Klopp did that for years, man. Yeah, it's not easy, you know what I mean? When you look at, I was looking at stats, right, days ago, right, and I saw when Liverpool finished, they had about over 90 points. I didn't even win the league, bro. That's like, what?
That's good.
That is madness, bro.
Yeah, I will get old and remember that I'm like that.
I'm telling you, bro. Even our invisible team, right, they had about 84 points.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. Our invisible team, right, they had about 84 points or so, and they won the league with that. Yeah. 90 points, and you're not winning the league, bro. That is mad. So if you think about all that, bro, there's no point in you getting angry. You know what I mean? Just Man City, right? And people will be like, yeah, Man City, this season, right? I mean. We've got teams like United and Chelsea and all that are not actually up to scratch. Now, Man City were there. Do you know what I mean? And they'll always be there. Yeah. The fact that we give them a fight, personally to me, I mean, I can't really get angry with that because they're that good. I mean, if you look at the bench, bro, you got Mahrez on the bench, you got players like Alvarez. Bro, come on, man.
Feel for
I hate City.
Bro,
Alvarez
and Mahrez going for the league, right?
I was like, wow.
We've got Nketiah on the bench, bro. Nketiah in the bench.
I have Elanga. My brother, I have Elanga on the bench.
Come on, man. Bro, your countryman Nketiah. Come on, your countryman Nketiah, bro. Look, see what he did. He got to a point there. He faded away, bro.
Even we don't want him in the Black Stars. We don't want him.
Bro, the levels, right? The levels to this shit, bro. Do you know what I mean? it gets to a point, right? Some players will just fade away because they're not at the top of it because they're not meant to be there. You know, Nkita is one of them. You know what I mean? So, you know, at first, right, he came in and he was like, yeah, but bro, he got to a point, he was like, nah, this is not for me, man. Let me just stay outside. So yeah, I think not winning the trophy this season, right? That's what we feel. Anyway, to be honest with you, that's just my thing anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mind if I just touch something on Arsenal real quick? And no, but yeah, I don't think they failed. I really don't think they failed. I think if that was my team, if I was even anywhere associated to that like organization, I'm having a retreat. I'm having a massive retreat. Like we're going guns blazing. No, I'm serious. I'm taking everybody. We're having a retreat. We're going somewhere to an island or something. Then after 1 week, we don't chop, we don't shy, everybody don't flex. We're going serious, ruthless way.
Idris.
No, seriously.
Idris, I think you know a problem, right? The problem is your team this season, right, has given you so much sadness, right?
No, it's not that.
Nah, bro.
It's not that. It's not that. Let me explain why I said that, right? I said that to let them know that, like, as a motivation for a team, that you guys did. I mean, Liverpool. I mean, we're talking 91 points with Liverpool here now. And all of us knew, one of the podcasts we had, I can't remember who was the gentleman that was from Arsenal. And we all knew that, like, in the review, City was coming. Whatever they did, they need to literally win. They have to be 100% to have a chance. Absolutely. Not 100% to win, 100% to have a chance to win.
To have a chance
That's
to
madness.
win. Yeah.
That's madness, right? You understand? So, for a bunch of kids and a coach, and you said, someone kept saying, managing is maturity. They just needed a manager that was mature. I will call it Satan demonic football. Sometimes you just lock up 20%, 10% ball possession, yalla everybody. Yeah. Whether you buy tickets to watch or pay-per-view to watch, I don't care. 3 points, I'm going home. Like, sometimes you need to get to that point. You need to madly get to that point. And it takes a lot. These guys are not there yet. You know what I mean, right?
And he's done it before. He's done it before. He's done it before. Because I remember when he won the FA Cup, right? He did that against Man City. Remember? At Wembley, when you just packed the balls and boom, counter-attack.
It will take time. It will take time. Maturity. Sometimes you get out coached, like the mistake that you said you did. It's just maturity. Sometimes it will come.
It's gonna grow to you.
The Kroenke family, what they did. I remember when the son was saying, "We are going to invest." I think 2 seasons ago, you guys are going to watch out, and they were spending, right? And for God's sake, these guys don't spend on anything. They're like Stingy Boys Association. Like, these boys are really bad, and all of a sudden they're really going for things. So that's what I'm saying. After this season, they need to go on a retreat. Then they need to like literally plan and come back aggressively. Like aggressively, like with the audacity that they used to end the season. Go with that same audacity. Don't hold back. Get the right places and just go. Because that fear they've always had over years, this season don't show say they can actually, if they believe, they can go. That was why. Sorry, that was what I wanted to touch last now.
No problem. Henry says Arteta and some key questionable in-game management and Arsenal's lack of depth was our demise this season. Arsenal's next progression.
Maturity.
I think maturity as well.
That's winning mentality again. I think this is a fan of Idris. Idris, my guy. That's all he says. How the Chelsea have been humbled. Chelsea are humbled now.
So the guy basically you, they can't finish you.
I know.
It's typical Africa when they will say, like, with all due respect, you know they're about to say rubbish. Say rubbish.
With all due respect, you don't say no correct.
Yeah.
Earlier at the beginning of his career at Arsenal, now he's feeling Pep light. Well, I think so. Also, you have to also understand that the evolution of a team is. It's tough to switch back to something, you know. He was doing that because of the tools he had then. Now that he has come to heavy possession football, it's hard to switch back. Like, you don't see Pep switching back, you know, it's hard.
Yeah.
When people say those things, I'm always very like skeptical. It's like, I think you just need to get, you know, more ruthless, better execution in what you do. It's hard to like switch style of play, in my opinion, anyway. It's very, very hard.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're right. It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
I think it also just has to be a mentality thing. Like, my thing with Arsenal this season, and you did bottle it because you were the top of the table for so long, but bottling it to this City team is just such a juggernaut. And for me, watching this Arsenal team, I think partly it is just because you guys are young and your manager is young. Like, Liverpool, so we've taken City to the last day multiple times, and the stress is crazy for the players, and every game feels like a final. But these are players who had already they'd won like the Champions. You know what I mean? They just had a lot of that nous and that maturity, and like you guys just like you couldn't do it. And I'm not surprised. Like your players are just younger than ours and had been through less. But being able to take City that far is like it's almost impossible. Because you'll be so tired, and then they'll bring the Avengers off the bench to fight you. And like it's like what the hell? Like playing. I mean, we've talked about this in the group as well. Like Liverpool fans, we commiserate. We understand what it's like to just feel Pep breathing on your shoulder and him being like, "Oh, I'm so stressed," rubbing his bald head. What can I do? Winning everything. Like I know the feeling, man. I commiserate. But you guys, you're too young, a little young.
Yeah, just yesterday, right? You could see during the game. FA Cup final. Sometimes like they were 2-1 up. I think lost the ball. There's a counter attack. Yeah. They were comfortable. Pep is like kneeling down, falling. I'm like, get out of here.
But Pep is lying. Can we have a podcast about Pep lies about
You know what actually pissed me off yesterday, right? Yeah, was after they won the trophy, right? That man was crying.
Bro. That man was crying. Man, this guy
you won a lot of trophies, right? For that. You won the league about 3 times already. You was crying for every cup.
At this point,
he's lying.
At this point,
that 2 weeks ago, he knew that.
At this point, Pep is trolling everybody. He's realizing he's bored, so he's creating an alternate reality.
Man,
Bro, that man played the second-class goalkeeper yesterday. No respect. Like
the Shade Queen Scouts, Lord. I said, you're just little babies.
I'm trying to be nice. No, I was trying to be nice about it. EJ said that whoever Pep hugs and cries with the most is who he's letting go next. So let's watch it. We'll have to rewatch that and see. Like he just said it because he was like, whoever he hugs the longest is who he's gonna like get rid of.
This is the same guy who was crying, talking about, we can never replace Aguero.
My life is over. I'm so depressed.
Okay.
Lies.
Manchester United. Okay, Kwame. I left Chelsea for the last one for a reason because I know it just I can't control this. It just goes.
I'm in for Chelsea.
So okay, Kwame.
So at United, how did we fail? Well, we failed by suffering some heavy defeats. And it's not just shut the hell up.
Are you gonna mute her, yeah? Oh shit. Come to the best of them, man.
Is this fucking Russia? Don't put me into my mind.
Vladimir Kwame. No, yeah. See those heavy defeats. I mean,
we're having a march against your tyranny, sir.
Those heavy defeats symbolize, just how fragile United can get when we face real teams, especially in the midfield. It can become a total breakdown of just the system, mechanism, everything. And it almost looks like the players just start to abandon their posts, So we have to hold that. That has to be one of those points of failures. Getting eliminated from the Europa League, especially in the manner we did, that has to count as a major failure because, again, we in a competition like that, you should be winning it, or at the very least getting to the final. We did not even make it to the semifinal. We did not. So, and especially in that game, I noticed that Erik ten Hag in the home leg, for some reason, when he went 2 up, he chose to become complacent. Clearly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he just chose to abandon attacking and just, he wanted to close up shop, but you can't do that. If you're 2-0 up against Sevilla at home in the Europa League, get a third goal. Get the third goal and then close up the shop.
Yeah.
And then we know what happened when we went away from home. Losing the FA Cup final also has to be, some kind of failure again, because it just shows that look, the players did not, and I know I just addressed that. It's not, it wasn't that much of a, it wasn't like a beat down, so that's okay. But still, it was glaring that Christian Eriksen had no business in that game yesterday. When you're playing against Manchester City, you're not gonna have ball. Not this United team, at least. You're not gonna have ball, And if you don't have ball, Eriksen is useless to you. So things like that just make me. I have to apportion 20% of the blame to Ten Hag, 20% to the players, and 60% to the leadership. The leadership, they've been failing. I mean, ever since before they even brought Ten Hag in. Ralph Ragnick told them to, scout some players, identify some players. They refused to do so. Ten Hag comes in, and since last summer, Manchester United knew that Ronaldo was not interested in staying at the club. They knew that, but then they kept making Ten Hag, repeat the the institutional line, which was, "Oh, Ronaldo's part of my plans. Ronaldo's part of my plans. Ronaldo's part of my plans." Yeah. Which meant that we went into the season with effectively no striker, because again, we know that Anthony Martial is a contractor. He's not a he works when he wants. So yeah. And so going into a season with no striker is a criminal offense. These guys also, John Murtaugh and what's the chief executive's name? Richard Arnold. These guys spent the whole summer in Catalonia. They claimed they were working from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, trying to get, Frankie de Jong. Bruv, it's like me trying to wife Beyonce, bruv. If she, it's a no. No means no, bruv. But these guys stayed there for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Eating tapas and drinking, man.
Until the entire summer window became a farce, a disaster, And I'm telling you right now, Casemiro would not be wearing that jersey had we not lost heavily to Brentford and had we not lost to Brighton. So the club, the leadership, they have to hold that. They have to hold it. The way they handled the Ronaldo thing, they have to hold it. The way they handled the Maguire thing as well, they just had to hold it. So 60 to the board. Well, the executive leadership, 20 to the players, 20 to Ten Hag.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Every little thing. I'm going to add just one thing. See the 20% for the players? I'm going to tilt it a little bit. I'm going to do 15% to the jacuzzi inspector. The jacuzzi inspector called Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
15%. 5% goes to the rest of the players for on the
I hear that.
See what CR7 did this season?
Yeah.
It doesn't get talked about enough.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
What CR7 did is equivalent to this. It's like a child not getting, enough candy from their parents.
Yeah.
And then you pitch a fit and burn the whole house down. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You're giving more candy to my brother. You're giving more candy to my sister. I'm going to burn the whole house down. And I'm that is exactly what Ronaldo did. And I'm surprised that we're not talking more about this.
Yeah, we know why. We know why. It's because it's typical of fans, right? This guy gave most of the United fans of that church, apart from the ones that experienced 99, like the best memories ever. So I know why. I get it. But still, if you want to be fair, he jacuzzi inspector, like I call it. That's what he was doing. He was inspecting jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. So jacuzzi
and that interview is still crazy to me.
A quick one, yeah. Toby wants to call in. I don't know what's going on with that. You guys want him to call in?
Come in, man. Let him come in. Let's do this. Let's come in. This is the community.
I'll send the link. Or if you have the link, you can send it to him. Send the link, Toby.
Okay, I'll send the link now, yeah.
Yeah, to call it. So the jacuzzi inspector gets 15%, and that's my personal bias. I know.
Okay. I have no complaints on that because how I feel about him as well.
So. Let's take comments. Let me start with the first one that I saved for later. This is
Suzumabachi.
Yeah, Suzumabachi. For me, United, the sooner the club is sold, the better. It's clear Ten Hag has a makeshift side. Yep, and with the Glazers, he will not get the support he needs to invest how he wants. I absolutely agree. Great comment.
Yeah.
Next comment is, and based on that issue, I can't blame the players as a group of management. So much of the squad has literally played as if they were reborn on and off throughout the season. I agree. Exceeding, I feel, the collective expectation of the fans, especially based on their previous performance and failures under previous managers. On that basis, I can't fault management either. Good point.
Sure.
I've read that already. Why isn't the winner of the Red Bull Vitamin Water Trophy Wow, playing in competition. This is an Arsenal fan. I know. We know you. You're the ones that always come up with this crazy stuff.
Red Bull.
Exactly. Pep betrays the hug.
That is true.
We have to see. We have to go back. Whoever he lets go, we need to go back and see who he hugged.
We failed because we held on to our last playing staff we didn't need. CR Octane 83 and Maguire.
Maguire.
I say 15, 70, but that's fair. I mean, if we have gotten a summer vacation in Catalonia, hell, I'd Leo Messi. We got gold figures in the office. So G says, Jack. That's what he was doing, man. He kept talking about in the interview.
Man was talking about the chef as well. Bro, what got to do with chef, boy? He's at home, innit?
He didn't know that. The thing is like,
all of chef at home already. He at home, bro.
He tried to act like he's this, freedom fighter, Malcolm X.
Exactly.
He did not care about that.
He didn't care about that.
A season before, when he was getting 500,000, he did not care about that.
He didn't care about that. Exactly. When he was playing every game, he didn't care about that.
Samuel, I'm glad to decide to stay in the group. Next season is yours. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'm not here anymore, bro. I'm out.
Inspector. yeah. I stole it from someone and I'm keeping it. I'm at mine. Samuel, I'm glad you decided to say, okay, but just saying that. Wow, Samuel. They say they're glad. Idris.
Jesus.
We know yours is going to be.
No, mine is going to be.
It's got the list out, bro. Let's just sleep, man. Let's get a drink. I think I should get a drink, man. Look at that. Oh, my God. Come on, tell me.
Welcome back from London.
Hello, my friend.
Welcome back from London.
Not be this same man where they wear City jersey beginning of the season. He was doing "You Cannot Disturb My Inner Peace." He created a whole persona.
Ayo, remind me. Didn't Toby come on this podcast a few?
He came to say hi, bro. Come on. He came. Let my boy talk, man.
Hold on. Ayo, remind me. Didn't Toby come on the podcast last season and declare himself as a PSG fan?
Absolutely. That's why I
congratulated him. He was on loan.
Neymar FC, Parc des Princes FC. Ici c'est Paris FC.
My boy was on loan. Come on.
Are you gonna allow me to speak, or is this
let him talk, man?
Can I say some words, please? Since you refused to invite me.
Go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, Oga Kwame, that's factually incorrect. That was like two years ago, not last season. The last time you guys had me on, we spoke about all the Chelsea signings. I told you guys how Chelsea was going to mess up with all their signings and it wasn't going to work, and that was this season. Okay. And I called him for that one. But I just thought my man Sammy was being too nice.
Has been too nice.
Yeah. I don't know. You pick the nice fan that is leaving the group to come online. Then the rest of us that have been trying to get your attention, you're not inviting us to this call. Come on, man. I mean, this ain't right. I've been trying to get Oga Kwame and AY to interact with me since, and you're like ignoring me.
Did you lose your Facebook password again? Because I've been trolling you online, bro.
No, I've always been on. Let the record show. I don't run. I'm always there. But
this man has been running like Forrest Gump.
I just want to say the L that United took yesterday. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. 15 seconds in. You know.
Actually, it was 13 seconds. It was 13 seconds. Get it right.
That's technically statutory rape. Like those guys had you guys. Yeah, like that ain't right. That is rape. Like the rest was just foreplay. They were just like, we don't need to stress ourselves.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I just called in to say hi.
No. Okay. Hold on. Listen. You can't just say hi. Bro, and just dip. No. We ain't gonna let you do that. Yes, I considered after 13 seconds. Look, I'm not shying away from it. I said it. This team lasted only 13 seconds.
When Africa.
Huh?
No, go ahead, though.
This team lasted only 13 seconds. I hear that. They needed Viagra, bro. I lasted longer the night I lost my virginity. I'm telling you. But you're not gonna come here. But you, my friend, you're not gonna come here, bro. After spending 93% of the year on top of the table, this man was on top longer than a porn star, bro. And you still finished second.
Yes.
Hold on. No. You need to send an email to Delta and tell them to give you a refund. For that parade you're never gonna go to. The only parade you're going to, Toby, is the gay parade, bro. Shout out to our LGBTQ people. Happy Pride Month to our LGBTQ people, bro. Exactly. So yeah. Where's that rainbow flag though? Because that's the only parade you're going to. Get out of here, bro.
You all just got bent over and anyway, my last point I'm going to say is
Linger is like
you guys are talking about a smack.
You guys loving it.
Arsenal, ask any Arsenal fan, right? Every Arsenal fan totally enjoyed the season. And we will not trade that.
I told them already.
Hold on. See, look, yes, we failed at the end.
We made friends along the way too. Remember that?
Hold on, let me finish. We failed at the end.
We made friends along the way, right?
Yeah, whatever. We failed at the end. But the funny thing is, all your other clubs had a far worse season. You were not even in contention. Yeah, you have Mark to be trolling us that we failed at the end. To me, that's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Like we're 92-point pace, had key injuries, and faltered, and you all were completely irrelevant. And you're saying, like,
so we do like this.
Come on, guys. You all need to take several L's from your quadruple to your quadruple.
You see, this man is stiff, bro. This man is stiff like a statue.
Let me even tell you all the butlers. Let me list all the butlers, okay? I'll list the butlers for you. Arsenal, yes, we bottled the Premiership. Okay. We bottled the Premiership. Let me finish. It's my rant now. Arsenal bottled the Premiership. Yes. United bottled the Europa League and almost bottled top 4 and bottled FA Cup. Liverpool bottled top 4. Chelsea bottled life. So anybody wants to come and talk about any bottling here, like it's only City fans.
Get him out! Put him in backstage. I'm done.
Chelsea bottled life. Is it life now?
Idris, I promise I didn't tell him to do that.
I always said, when people come in and say with all due respect, you know, say that rubbish, they go talk next. So that's why I say my season is always like this now.
Bala Blue FC. You guys bottled life.
I didn't mean to disturb your pod, but if you don't need me for anything else, I wanted to put some things on record.
Before you go,
sorry. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. While everybody else, remember that. I was just saying that's the last thing I was going to say. Some other teams you're winning trophies, you guys are measuring toes, right? So just go on with your pedicure FC and just keep Monica and pedicure.
What did your owner say yesterday? What did your manager say yesterday? We're the only team in the world that can match them.
Yeah. By the way,
that was what he said. He said that.
I was like,
let me tell you something. My manager, look. My manager yesterday was smoking weed. Obviously, original weed from Amsterdam. Listen, he's from Amsterdam. He smoked some of that weed, and he might have used some of Quincy Promise's, product.
Thanks for being honest. Thanks for being honest.
Yeah. Did you beat City this season?
No, we lost to them twice.
We beat them once.
So that means you off point home and away.
Yeah. Yes, we lost to them twice.
You off point home and away. Arsenal is the only team that doesn't even wait to reach house to off point. Arsenal off point in the car. This man don't even wait to reach home, bro. Listen.
How many points behind City did you finish?
That's not what's important.
It's power. It's neighbors, bro.
Toby, this is your best season in a decade. In fact, actually, I know you've been supporting Arsenal for a long time. This is probably your best season in almost 2 decades, and you still did what? You didn't do this, bruv. You don't know what your manager's armpit looks like. You don't know what your manager's armpit looks like. Your manager doesn't even have hair under his armpit. That man is still a little boy.
That man's first season, he won a trophy. What are you talking
about?
All
I will say.
You know what's
funny here? You know what?
All I will say to Arsenal
fans. Congrats for the
strongest 2-1 ever.
Hold on.
You got strongest 2-1.
It's okay. We've had worse seasons and won trophies. That's what you guys don't understand. That's not won the FA Cup.
Toby,
it's by their logic. You guys are here shouting.
Toby, by their logic, right? If Chelsea,
you have no point.
If Chelsea has finished 12th, right, I won a trophy. Just at the best season, right?
Excuse me. I'm jumping in. You cannot be even hold up. They say in the most honorable words of Honorable Julius Malema, what does it profit a man to be on top and do nothing? You can me and you are not the same. You are just on top. You are doing nothing.
Exactly.
You can't just be on top and be doing nothing.
Okay.
If Chelsea finish 12,
this man is on top and he's cuddling. That's all he's doing, bro.
He's cuddling. If we finish Chelsea, when we win trophy somewhere, we win Champions League.
Yeah, no. What I'm trying to say, right, is the fact that you won a trophy does not mean you won a bad season. That's what I'm saying. Anybody can win a trophy. I remember last time.
This is kind of leveling at those.
No.
We can win the trophy. No.
Samuel,
Champions League,
no. Listen. Yeah. The last time Leicester City, right, won the FA Cup, right? Yeah. And they finished probably 10th or 11th, or I can't remember where they finished, right? 8th. Are you gonna tell? 8th. Are you gonna tell me why that is bad season than Arsenal? Because we win a trophy. What did
Arsenal win that year? What did Arsenal win that year?
Nothing.
Bro, they won the FA Cup.
No. I'm telling you, are you gonna say they had a bad season than people that didn't win a trophy but getting top 4?
But Arsenal didn't get top 4.
Yeah, it's debatable.
No. Tell me, is it yes or no?
Well, Leicester didn't get top 4 though, so because of that, it's a no.
It could. So it's tough for it's tough for a much more prestigious trophy / achievement than winning an FA Cup.
If based on their resources, should they be getting top 4? I guess that's better.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I understand where you're coming from. The only reason why I'm pushing back at what you said, Samuel, is this: we won the Champions League, we win the Europa. That's a different level. Like that's a different level. Now, if we are finishing 12 and win Carabao, you can be shouting at us. I'll be okay.
But you know what's funny, right? Even if you're listening, right? Even if you're listening, right? If you're listening to top teams in England, right? You guys are still behind Arsenal. So what's the point?
Oh, you mean Chelsea?
Yeah. I'm bringing everybody back. Let me bring everybody back.
Okay.
Idris is to talk about your team.
All right, I'll try and summarize it real quick. Yeah, let's summarize. As Toby came and spoke in English and said, we failed our life. I can't blame him. You know, sometimes in life, you have to look at the mirror and ask yourself. You know, when you I don't know if in college days, for those that did college in North America,
self-reflection, right?
You find yourself in a washroom after a frat party, you puke on yourself, you're looking for your phone, you're trying to understand how you got here. Then you can hear the voices of your mother and your ancestors telling you, should I elude this? Yeah, I have embarrassed the family. You're trying to call your homie to kind of help you get another shirt or get just somehow get you out of here. That's Chelsea. You understand right now?
Oh my God, it's so depressing.
You just sit down, you just accept. I know it's a family-friendly show. You just be like, we effed up.
Yes.
You accept it. You just look. It's not you, it's me. This is a legit, and that's not a F-boy situation. Just say it as it is. It's not you, it's me. I am here because of my doings. You understand? There are just things you just look and you accept. Why have I come to this conclusion? And I'm actually doing very well in life in looking at my peaceful abode, and nothing can disturb my inner peace. I've come to that realization. When you ask me, how do I grade who is responsible? And I say we have gone through the grieving stages more than 4 times. We don't come back. But it's like typewriter now, we'll go. Come back again, we'll go again, come back. That's how Chelsea has been. So, for the Chelsea organization, obviously, there are 2 people I'm going to give the major L. One of it may be very political, right? Then the second major L will be the players. The coaches, I won't even bother disturbing the coaches because we put them in a very toxic work environment, in a very high pressure environment. We didn't give them we might have bought everything, but we didn't give them the right conducive tools to win. If you run a project, if you work in administration, whatever you work, whatever thing you're trying to work, you look at the skill metrics, you look at what you need out of a talent or a resource. You walk through your HR recruiting process, talent management process, talent acquisition process. If you're buying a company, you look at the numbers, you look at the revenue, you look at the debt, you look at everything you have, then you strike, you go for what you need. Then you have a short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan on how to recoup money that you have borrowed. You understand? All these things you do. You feel me? And it's not like these idiots that bought my club don't know this. This is what they do for a living. You understand? This is their whole life. And coming in and blowing almost $500 million if not more. And you got a club because the former owner mandated you to do certain things so that we don't fall into the Glazer situation in United. And you just went amok, like it's you give a kid a candy and they just go amok, no sense of who do I report to and stuff. And the sad part is, if they were horrible owners, it's easy to bash them, but they're not. I will be disingenuous coming here saying Todd Bowley is trash. He's not, but he's dumb.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, right? He's not trash. He's just dumb. Like now, they're talking about one guy that we signed. I think he's a good player from Benfica, but everybody in every Chelsea group is like, "We don't want sign player." Like, when you're tired, you're like, "I don't want food. I'm full. I don't want." To. Imagine that's Chelsea's problem right now. I don't want to get any new signing. Sorry,
talking about Ugarte?
Everybody's like, "I don't want to sign any player." I want you to put heads on Kijiji or what's it called, the Angie's List anywhere, and just fire sale, buy one get one free. That's what we want to see right now. We just need people to leave. You understand? And it's unfortunate. So bulk of the blame falls at leadership. There's absolutely, we are talking significantly 70%. Significantly 70%. And I will not blame any of the managers. Sincerely, I will not blame any of the managers. And I will skip, maybe I'll give managers 5%, whatever. They wanted the payday, they saw a job they should not be collecting, like Olushi Lampard. Sometimes just have shame. I can't do this job. Maybe I'm not the right fit. You understand? Just have, like when you're toasting a babe and you have no intentions of dating this babe or marrying her, but you're just like, "Nah, I got you, girl." You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to do anything in this relationship. You're just going to be another useless body count. But that was what Lampard came and did. Like, there's just so many things. Some of those coaches, I'm just like, why are you here? But again, now we be the Olo show. Now us carry head, enter market, just start doing rubbish like one truant. You have no sense.
Are you putting Tuchel in that?
All of them. No, Tuchel we fired. I'm not going to blame all of us.
On this episode, when it came with this shades, I know
like, all of them are mad. They are giving you job. You can't do the job. But as per, we have to get paid. You came, you collected it, and you just can't tell me that you're going to fire me. You know what I'm doing? That's what all of them were doing. But so I won't blame them that much. They're all we are all, as human beings, are all opportunists to a certain point, right? Yeah. Now we'll move to the players. Before I get to the players, let me get to the second person I was playing. And this is political. Sorry?
No, I'm trying to imitate content.
No, I'll come to the players are like if I 80% to me, 80% to leadership and the British government. I already know where I'm going.
I'm just imitating Conte. Remember his rant in Spurs when they asked him about players. The players, where are the players?
Where are the players? This is we have a whole bunch of useless, but I'll come to them. Okay. But they're like, I'll give them like 15% because 5% has to just go to those guys that took free jobs. But you see the British government, right? What they've done. And don't get me wrong, bad is bad, evil is evil. I'm not going to sit down here and be like, what's going on in the east of Europe is in any way not condemnable. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not going to sit here and say sports washing is not a thing. I'm not going to insult people's intelligence and say that. I'm not going to say money laundering or some kind of image washing. Let me not use the word sports washing either. Sorry, let me use the word image washing, because the concept of actually using sports to wash your image, launder your image, it's a whole encompassing on image washing, right? So I'll use that. All those exist. But you cannot claim moral high ground in society or in the world. Force us to live a certain way of life that you believe, then turn around and do the opposite of what you preach. When your economy was down, you need to collect money from so-called tyrants. When you needed funds in your government, you need to go there and look the other way on human rights. Then when things are uncomfortable, you need to start yanking businesses and literally, whether you like it or not, eradicating another culture because it appeases you to pump another propaganda that works for you. Whatever lineage on defense treaties or hegemony you believe in. And then the downstream effect are people that don't really care about this rubbish you're doing at that level. And when it comes to ownership of business, it's okay if they're American and they're corrupt, but it's always bad if they're brown or black or Russian. An American can launder money and buy clubs and ruin it. An American can buy a club and leverage debt on the club, no problem. A Saudi, a Russian, or a brown or black person attempts to do the same thing. Morality now becomes the debate. So when you look at what the British government they did, plus the way leadership came in and just misbehaved, 80% is leadership at the end of the day. So for Chelsea, when Toby said we failed our life, we really did. We carried money, went in front of the train tracks, lighted up on fire, and then the trains come and run us over. While we are literally losing in life and trying to commit suicide at the same time. Like nothing, no sense. There's nobody that studied what we did. In fact, we should be studied as what not to do in MBAs and in universities. How not to run a club, how not to do a business, how not to hire people, how not to buy resources. Chelsea. Like stayed up like 4 semesters of what not to do. And then we come to the players. When I played for university, it was like, how do I put this? You know, you're a kid and you actualize a dream that you always thought like, man, this is wild, this is crazy. And you do it and you're so happy every damn day you get on the field. Imagine getting paid to do the same thing. A lot of money. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then all you do is wake up and suck. Oh, this doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for you. The guy working in Amazon, does he work for he or her? You think if they can just drone their packages and collect the job, they won't do it? So the players for me and the mentality of the players has been sad. And leadership fails us. Player leadership fails us. Quality of players and the emotional state fails us. And everything all around has been seriously disappointing since Roma. So I just summarize everything by saying, yes, the club is bigger than an individual or a person or an owner. But if there are lessons to be learned from a social and a political standpoint, everybody should watch Chelsea and learn all the lessons that need to be learned. Because it's not even a trolling thing, it's sad. It's very sad. It's just what we would say. If I'm an investor with those guys, I have questions. 600 million? This is what we're doing? That's it for me. Like I can't even troll them. Yeah. It's that bad.
He made all of us feel sad just like that, man. This guy.
I know. The energy's low.
I'm going to jump off.
I'm sorry.
I think because Linger is jumping off in 6 minutes, just go to this question instead. 5 players in 1 hour.
Okay. All right. All right. Peace, Ayo.
Take care.
Okay. So we're already at 123. Man, EJ is gonna be mad because she's the one who edits these videos. So 5 players you want out of your club. Now, this is regardless of what transfers come in, regardless of what players you bring in. 5 players you need out of your club tonight.
Me right quick, everybody.
No, let Linger go.
I say everybody. The rest of you continue.
Yeah.
Linger, go ahead.
I'll be quick. This is why I'm not the good Liverpool fan to have on this though, because I'm like the emotionally involved with everyone
God.
one.
Where's Bola?
So
Bola?
what I would have said exactly. Hello, like these people are idiots. No, but what I would have said is Oxen, Nemi, and Arthur. So like 3 of them are gone. I think
wasn't Arthur already leaving?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I want him out.
Okay.
I think the one person when I was looking at our squad earlier in preparation for this, I'd probably get rid of Adrian, but he's harmless enough and almost never plays. So like, and then when I look at our actual squad, like the only people who I don't think add that much value are literally like kids who don't play much. So when I look at our team, like there are more people I'd bench. Like Matip should be on the bench a lot more, and he is now that we have Konate. Gomez should be on the bench a lot more, and he is. But I don't know if I'd definitely say that like their time with Liverpool is over and they're no longer needed.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. So you said Arthur,
Ox and Nabi, but they're already gone. And then I guess Adrian.
Okay, all right. Idris, go ahead. Do you have enough battery, Idris, to address? Idris.
We can just say 100% of them. Keep N'Golo Kante.
Idris, are you there?
Literally at rock bottom.
That was what he said. Everybody needs to go.
Everybody needs to go. Everybody needs to go. Like we need manager to build anything.
I told you.
You said everybody.
Everybody, man.
Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go.
Really?
Bro. The manager needs to come and build a new team.
Reece James, Ben Chilwell.
The guys always injured. The guys are always injured, and when they get injured, we get beat. So we have a problem. Okay. Our best players are injury prone. What do you do with them? Kante, Reece James, Chilwell.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, that was quick. Samuel.
Yeah, mine just pretty straightforward anyway. I want Rob Holding gone. Kieran Tierney, I want him gone as well. Injury prone, bro. He can't even stay fit, man. He can't play 90 minutes for Arsenal. I want Lukonga. I want him gone as well.
Oh, Awilo.
Yeah, man. He's crap, man. He's crap, man. And also I want what's his name? We call him T-Bag, right? Vieira, Fabio Vieira. Vieira. Oh. Yeah, because I feel like
T-Bag from Prison Break.
Yeah, that's what I call him T-Bag. He looks like T-Bag. He looks like T-Bag. So I want him gone as well. I think I want probably Nketiah or Balogun Folari Flo. I want one of them to go.
One of them gone. Okay.
Yeah, one of them gone. Yeah,
but
I think I'll go with Nketiah, right? Yeah, I'll keep Folari. I'll go with Nketiah. So yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah.
All right. Well, for United, you know who's number one on the list. You know it.
Maguire.
Wait, is it Maguire or is it Jadon Sancho?
It has to be Maguire.
Harry Maguire and his entire family need to leave Manchester.
They're banished. They're banished.
Yeah. For him, his wife, and his 3 children. 5 of them. Those are my 5 players. Okay, Idris had to. I think he said his battery was running low. So yeah. So yeah, Maguire number 1. Elanga, bruh. I've never seen somebody with so much pace, but with so little tech. This guy has this. Everything bounces off this guy. He's a horrible footballer. This guy should have been training with Usain Bolt, not playing football. That's what he should have been doing.
But it was good last season for you guys, man.
No, he wasn't. Oh, really? No, he wasn't. He was just a body. It was just something like when you just need to complete the set, when you need to complete 11 people. That's what Elanga was. So Harry Maguire, Elanga, David De Gea, he needs to go. Donny van de Beek and Brandon Williams. Those five need to go. David De Gea, because I've had enough. I think I've had enough of him.
I think it's time for him to go. Yeah,
I think it's time for him to go. Like he is. I used to defend him a lot just because he's a good shot stopper and stuff. But he has cost us so much this season. And look, it's okay for keepers to make mistakes. Keepers make mistakes.
Yeah,
he makes mistakes when
he matters most.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make a mistake when we're 3-0 up against Bournemouth. Fine, make a mistake then. Don't make a mistake in Seville, right? Yeah. When we're on the brink of being eliminated from the Europa League. Don't do that. Don't make a mistake in an FA Cup final. Yeah. There have been way too many of those occurrences lately, and my man is on 375 bags a week.
That's a lot of money.
That makes more than any Liverpool player.
I think Alisson is on like 120. I think so.
Yeah, right? We underpay though. To be fair, but he
makes earns 3 times.
Like 350.
Yeah, De Gea earns 3 times more than Alisson does. That's inexcusable. And the man is refused. I mean, there's still trouble with him, agreeing a new contract because they're trying to reduce his. Let him come on.
Yeah, he wants more money.
Yeah, let him just go.
I can't imagine being David De Gea and being like, you can't pay me less. I'm too good. I feel like I just pull out a highlights reel. I just like search him on Twitter. You see this?
Exactly.
Every time you make a stupid mistake, I'm taking 20 grand off your contract. Let's watch this video.
Yeah. And with Van der Beek, we just have to admit it's just not him. It's not him. When he came in and Oli was refusing to play him, most United fans, including myself, I was even the leader of the gang. We were up in arms. Why wouldn't you play Donny? Why wouldn't you play Donny? And now Ten Hag is here, and it's just like, there has to be something wrong Donny is doing. Plus, the injuries have not been too. They've not been. He's not been lucky with injuries, so let him go. Let him go. So yeah, those are my people, and even. I don't care who they bring in at this point. Just those guys need to go. Martial stays for me. The only reason is because there is nobody because there's nobody else. There's no. I mean, the club already said. It's all but confirmed that Weghorst is not. He's not going to get renewed.
Yeah, but then again, right?
Yeah, going to get renewed either.
Martial's in love. I mean, you guys pay him a lot of money as well.
Oh yeah, he's on I think 300 or 200.
Nah, come on, man, come on.
Yeah,
he needs to go. If he does not leave, you guys can get somebody else.
But Sam, there's no striker.
Yeah, but if he does not leave, you can get somebody else. That's the problem. You should be looking at him thinking, oh yeah, he's you know what I mean. But once he's gone, you want to replace him with somebody else straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that is true. But the question was regardless of what transfers you bring in. If we don't bring in, listen, this is Manchester United, Sammy, okay? I think the assumption is that you're making an assumption that United is running as a sensible football club.
It's just vibes.
That is the wrong assumption to make, okay? Because this is the same club that paid 80 million for Maguire, okay? True. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get to the let me change this. Let me change this banner. The worst and best players of the season for you guys. So Sam, you go first.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Martin Odegaard. I think being a captain, he's actually done well. He's not that captain that will scream and shout wherever, but he does his talking on the pitch. And for our season, right, he's been really good. Do you know what I mean? He go over 20 plus goes on assist.
Goes on assist.
Yeah, together, yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Which is huge. And you really get that with captain. So I'll pick him right as the best this season, right? Then I think the worst is gonna be for me. It has to be Kieran Tierney, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know why I say Kieran Tierney right here? Because he's always complaining, right? That he wants to play. And every time he gets a chance to play, right, the man won't complain at 8 minutes, bro. He's gonna get injured. Do you know what I mean? So what's the point, right? You're screaming you want to play, but whenever you're put on to play, you won't want to play anymore. You get injured after playing about 60 minutes. What's the point, bro? He winds me up with that shit. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, right, well, depending on you, because first I'm thinking to myself, okay, we've got Kieran Tierney, right, he's gonna give Zinchenko, right, a run for his money and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, you're nowhere to be found. Do you know what I mean? Every time you play, right, is that you play 60 minutes or 70 minutes and you're done. So personally, I was actually pissed off with him, right? With Rob Holding, right, it wasn't his fault because we had Saliba injured, right? If not, he wouldn't have played. But we're banking on Kieran Tierney to come in and help. And the man was injured, right? Every time he plays, he's always injured. What's the point?
Does that contribute to why Arteta just does not trust him? Because I see sometimes I've seen a game where what's that Japanese guy you guys have? Tomiyasu played left back with Tierney on the bench. I've seen Granit Xhaka play left back with Tierney on the bench.
Yeah, even Kivio, right? Played left back with Tierney on the bench because you can't trust him anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're pissed off, right? You want to play, right? You're complaining you want to play, but when they put you on 60 minutes, you're down again. You know what I mean? You're holding your tie, you're holding wherever you want to get out. What's the point, bro?
Yeah,
you can't even play 2 games in a row.
The man is made of Tony Martial.
That's what plastic, bro. He's a plastic man. He needs to go.
Okay, Linga.
Our best player this season has been Alisson, which is not what you always want, but Alisson has been great for us. We've conceded so many goals, but if you've just watched his games, he has saved our necks so many times this season. The second best, more exciting one is, of course, Salah. I know that we're all bored of it now, but he's still really good. He's
scored 30 goals.
So many numbers. Exactly. So, Worst player was hard for me because it's hard for me to choose a player that's just been like consistently bad. It's more like so many people have been mediocre and underwhelming. You know what I mean? So like, I was thinking someone like Kostas Tsimikas, but I'm like, but that feels harsh. He doesn't even play that much. Like, I think instead of worst player, I'll go for like, I've been fairly underwhelmed by a lot of our defenders. And that doesn't mean again that they've been bad, but for me, like the gulf in quality between like past Virgil, not Konate. Konate's still young and he's finding his feet, or like past Matip. Like, I think
Fabinho,
or like,
you're not gonna put Fabinho. You're not gonna put
Fabinho. Oh yeah,
he's 29, isn't he? He's 29, man.
He's bad this season.
Yeah, no, Fabinho. Yeah, I was thinking about our defenders, but again, Fabinho is an issue because of how our play is linked up, right? So like, so instead of our defenders, I'll excuse our defenders. Fabinho has been our worst player of the season. And has dropped off a lot.
Bad.
Again, not consistently bad, but the drop off has been a lot.
The drop off is massive.
Thiago, I put in a similar category to what you were saying about Tierney, which is like Thiago. I think is so good, but he's always injured, and we play him and he'll get injured, and we don't play him and gets injured in training, and it's like he's not. He's so good. He's definitely not bad, but
when you guys got
he's
Thiago,
so disappointing.
When you guys got him, I was mad scared. I was.
Yeah.
Because
the first few games, I was like, "This is unbelievable." Oh, he's okay.
I think Thiago is your most technical footballer. He's just again, he's made of glass. Yeah.
He's an unbelievable player, but he's always injured. So I guess our worst player is probably Fabinho. Again, not consistently bad, but the biggest drop for me.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think? My best is Casemiro. The guy missed what? I think 8 games this season. 10 actually. 10 games in the league this season. Either through suspension or through not being transferred into the club on time. So I think he missed like the first 3 or 4 games of the season, and then the remaining were just suspensions. The man does not get injured. He does not. He has a durable engine, and you can just tell that he is the reason. He is the reason why United's midfield has looked better than it's looked in the last 5 years. So Casemiro, hands down. Honorable mention, Licha Martinez, Marcus Rashford, maybe, I don't know. Worst player, Harry Maguire. Like every single that, like, why is it that when we lost against Sevilla in humiliating fashion, Maguire was a part of it? The first 2 games we got humiliated, Maguire was a part of it. Like every time he plays, he just looks out of place. And
I don't get it right here, but whenever he plays for England, right, he's always good.
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know what it is.
I feel like it's just a negative energy around United, right? Your fan base, right? You guys don't like him at all. That negative energy. Do you know?
Well, in that case, let him leave. Exactly. Because they said go where you're appreciated, not where you're tolerated, right?
True.
So let him go. In fact, the England national team can sign him permanently. How about that? How they can sign him permanently?
But you know what's gonna be funny, right? If he leaves, right, and he starts to play very well at different club, how are you gonna feel about that?
Sammy, I would not.
You never know.
Sammy, I would not be bothered. I'm not even lying to you. Big man, I don't
He's not on your team.
I don't care. I don't care if he goes to Chelsea and does the madness. I don't. Anyway, let me before we close out the show, let me take comments real quick. So I just says Idris to intro Chelsea's not example 1-1. Maguire.
Oh boy.
How dare you break your tone, Tony and Tony? Oh my god.
Tony.
Yes, we don't like him.
Because he is always failing him.
It's failing him.
Yes,
the
club. Yeah, we don't fuck with Maguire. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We are way past
we're always over.
EJ, always.
EJ, we apologize in advance. But again, that's what you get for bottling the league title. So anyway,
God. Come on.
Oh dear.
Come on, man. You can't do that to EJ.
Well, Stan, appreciate you joining us, man. I know it's kind of late over there.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Linger.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.